Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be exploring 5 things I wish I knew before I became an entrepreneur. My name is Nadia and I run a fashion startup called Fit Rebel. Number 1. Being an entrepreneur can be a very lonely and isolating experience, especially because you find that you're working by yourself for long periods of time, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur. When I first started my entrepreneurship journey in 2016, one thing that I wasn't prepared for was how lonely the journey can be. 90% of my friends were working in their full-time jobs, and the other 10% were running their own businesses. Coming from the corporate world, I was so used to a routine where I would wake up, get ready, go to work, go to my desk where I'll be surrounded by all my colleagues, have our lunch breaks together, chit-chat, and I really enjoyed it. It never occurred to me that when I became an entrepreneur, I would be spending long periods by myself in my room working, and as someone that likes being around people, it was tough. A lot has changed since 2016. Since COVID, very specifically March of 2020, me, my husband, and every other person I know have been working from home. So it's actually been 2 years. My husband is still working from home full time, so we take our lunch breaks together. And I also got a dog, so I feel as if I'm never really truly alone. I have quite a lot of ex-colleagues who are still working from home, and we take turns to work in each other's houses, so it's really nice. Another thing I wish I knew before I became an entrepreneur is that you'll be making a lot of hard decisions on things that you have no experience about and have no clue about. So my background has always been marketing, but when I quit my job to focus on my business, I became the COE of my company, which means Chief of Everything. I'm only one person running my business, and I had to make decisions about packaging, logistics, storage, finance, taxes, like what the... It's been okay. Most time I use common sense, and other times I'm completely winging it. As my business grows, I think I'll have to make a lot of harder decisions. And I've learned the hard way that learning from your own mistakes can be very time-consuming and expensive. So I might consider getting a mentor from Growth Mentor, but let's see. And number 3 is something that is a little bit hard to talk about, but it should be discussed, which is entrepreneurship depression is a real thing. So let me share my story. In 2018, my goal was to break into the US market, and I thought that opening an online store on Amazon US was the best way. So I sent over thousands of pieces, I launched my store, I had a huge discount, a lot of advertising. And what I found is that the sportswear category on Amazon was very competitive. Your competitors are always trying to outprice you. Advertising is expensive, the Amazon fees are expensive, and I was doing this for 1 year, and what I realized was that I was barely making any money. I guess I wasn't losing money, which was good, but I was barely making anything. I hardly had any money to pay myself, and I was barely getting by. So yeah, it was a really tough time, and quite a few dark days. I cried a lot. I found this really great article on Forbes on why entrepreneurship involves depression and how to overcome it. And if you're an entrepreneur dealing with depression, I highly recommend that you read it. They share 9 points on how to overcome depression. I'm practicing 3 of them, just to have a strong support network, exercise regularly to get outside of myself. I consider myself very, very lucky that I have a dog that I love so much. And every day at 5 o'clock, I have to stop work and take him out for a walk. And when I see Reggie so happy, it just makes me so happy. I have an amazing husband, family and friends that I spend a lot of time with, my hobbies. So it just gets me out of my head. It makes me remember that there's more to life than my work and my business. And that there are a lot of things in life that I'm happy and grateful for. So the first 3 were the bad things, and let's end with the good things. Number 4 is that it's a great feeling to build a community around your customers or a tribe of people that really love your product. So as mentioned, when I first started Fit Rebel, I was doing everything by myself. I was taking the orders, I was packing it, printing out the packing slip, dropping off the packages by myself. So I know who my customers are, and sometimes we chat over email, and some of us are also connected over social media. And I could say that I've built a relationship with them over time, and we watch each other grow. We celebrate each other's success, we're there for each other during the bad times. And I have to say that they are my biggest advocates and keeps me going in my business through all the hard times. So if any of you are watching this, Thank you. And finally, number 5, having wins in your business is the best thing ever. So just to recap what I said earlier, being an entrepreneur can be lonely, you have to make a lot of hard decisions, and you make a lot of mistakes. So let me give you an example. My strength is in marketing, but not advertising. And what do I mean by that? I mean the nitty-gritty when it comes to things like Facebook or Google advertising. I was bleeding money for so long, I had no idea what I was doing. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and to become a student. Spent a lot of money on courses and I followed exactly whatever they said. And in February, I'm so happy to say that I spent an advertising budget of 2,000 ringgit and I got back 11,000 ringgit. That's a ROAS of 550%. When you get something right, it's the best feeling ever. No matter how challenging things are with Fit Rebel, I'd rather be doing this than anything else. Thanks for watching.